Welcome to Sutu, guys. It's April 26th, and I just want to go over my last night trade setup that happened to be perfect technical analysis for you guys. So hopefully some of you guys were able to cash in on that. Um, and then after that, I want to go over what I'm currently looking for in the charts. So if I could just jump right into it here. Last night, I told you guys about a long position I took at this blue line. And the reason for that was this green upwards rising support as well as this resistance to support flip along this red channel that I had outlined. So that was a good long entry there. And then I told you where I was taking my profits for one, since this was a new little bit of a yellow channel here. Take our measured move from the breakout point. I went a little shy of that, so I took my profits at this top green line here. And the profit point I took below that you're seeing is I went from this little swing high on this micro trend here to this wick down here as our micro low for the current swing with our Fibonacci tool. And we get the 0.618 fib line, which I have been pointing out a lot in the recent week or so. And I took my profits just below there again just to play it safe. So that worked out beautifully, guys. This is a perfect example of why we set our take profit points. And as soon as they're hit, what I like to do personally is I set alarms and that sort of stuff so that I don't have to be watching the charts all day. Sometimes I am because I'm playing video games, I'm at the computer, whatever anyways. But something like this, I can just set an alert saying that I've hit a take profit, adjust my stop loss to break even. And the reason we do that, you can see right here, is after we hit my 2 take profits there, the rest of my position got stopped out at break even. So that worked out well, but it's good to update your stop loss once you start taking profits to take your risk off the table, just as I did there. Of course, guys, none of this is financial advice. Do your own research. These are only my own observations and opinions on the market and what's going on and how I'm planning to trade it. As for right now, since I am out of that trade now, I am here. Let me clear things up for you a little bit. I'm going to get rid of all these old lines and stuff like that I have outlined here, just to clear things up. So we have this green line here, as well as, if I zoom out a little bit, we have this upward green sloping line here, and we have managed to break below it once and then got above it right away, but then ended up breaking back below it right away. And I want to show you, if we go swing high of this current micro move to swing low, we did actually end up breaking our 0.618, so I thought that we might be testing the top of this channel again, or this new triangle, this red triangle that I have outlined here. I'm not sure if we'll get there or not yet, because we might see this green line come in and start acting as a resistance flip. And also the fact that we did get back below the 0.618 fib line here. So we're just going to have to see what happens here. I'm going to get rid of this line too. What I'll be looking for here, as far as just a micro move, if I make some sort of a downtrend line like this, I would really like to see a third touch point of this line followed by a breakout, retest, and then move higher, and probably retest the top of this red triangle here. But there's a little bit of time between now and then. We'll have to see what happens in the charts here. You'll notice that as this triangle coils up here, the swings are going to get smaller and smaller, so at a certain point they're not even really worth playing anymore. So I'll be starting to get to a point where I'm more looking for the break of the triangle. So let's say we could even tap it a couple more times, coil up here, and then get our breakout. You guys know I've pointed out this white line here. If I zoom out as a potential take profits point, if I do play the upside, the reason for that, if I zoom out to the 4-hour chart here, if I take my Fibonacci from swing high to swing low, You guys see that that white line is the 0.618 fib line, so I wanted to make sure I always have that on the chart because, well, you see how they've been working out in the past week or so that I've been really outlining them a lot. So we're going to have to see how that plays. If we can end up breaking above that 0.618, it basically lines up perfectly also with this purple trend line that I have here. Just another one of my typical connect a couple touch points. Got one there, got another one here. If we could get another one here and then get some sort of a break above from there, just I really would like a third touch point along that. But either way, even if we don't get it, just the fact that the 0.618 lines up perfectly with that, I would be very interested in seeing where the price goes from there, just because we'd be breaking the 618 as well as the daily trend line at the same time. So there might be quite a bit of room to move to the upside. And even like if we could test possibly the bottom of this red line, which comes from a wedge from quite a ways back, wouldn't be surprised to see that act as resistance if we do end up touching it. But more importantly, we got these white lines up here, here, and here. If I really zoom out, here, let's check what it looks like on the weekly chart here. Sorry about that. But yeah, you see where those white lines are coming from, and this is the weekly chart. That's a very big price pattern. If we could start closing above these white lines, that's where I've mentioned before in previous videos that Bitcoin might be up for quite a big bullish swing, maybe even new all-time highs. None of this is guaranteed, obviously. This is just basic technical analysis. I'm just watching some basic trend lines here, drawing out some lines and seeing if the charts happen to kind of follow my analysis and judge if it's worth playing from that. So we're going to have to see what the charts do in the next little bit. For now, like I said, on the 15-minute chart, I'm looking for a break of this yellow line, preferably if we could get a third touch on it. But more importantly, I think this red triangle that I have forming here, I think could end up being, well, it could end up being a bit of a bull flag, in which case we would see quite a large move to the upside. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. Obviously, nothing's impossible. It definitely could be. I mean, right now we are sort of forming a little bit of a staircase where we are trending higher and just pausing in the trend, fighting it, going down a little bit, and then breaking back up. So we might just carry on this sort of a trend right now. But like I said, guys, we're going to have to see. We got some resistance to clear before that happens, some important lines to take out. And so yeah, we're just going to have to see how that goes. Anyways, guys, if you could just smash that likes button and leave a comment, hit the subscribe, that would really be appreciated for the channel. And with that, I'm out. Stay safe and have a good rest of your weekend, guys.